Hello again, people who may be watching this video. I'm Tyler Ellison, and I want to talk to you guys about something that is mind-blowing, very fun, and feels really good. And is something that I don't always remember to do, but whenever I do it, I'm beyond thankful for it. So what I'm referring to is uncovering and working with your emotions. I've talked about emotions in other videos and what they can do when left unchecked. They can build up. They can cause us to suppress them, or we rather just choose to suppress them. And when we experience negative emotions for a long time, it can influence our decision making in ways that aren't very preferable. And these are just some of the side effects of emotions that go unchecked. Now, emotions are not a bad thing. Emotions are an extremely useful and extremely good thing. The reason we have them is actually a very simple reason. And the reason is emotions are like signs, like a road sign that you see, like you're approaching this city in this many miles. They're kind of like that, but instead of them pointing to a destination, they're pointing to a concept. Every emotion you experience, every feeling that you have, is the result of a belief system you have and that you are buying into. This is very true. This is 100% real. Now, what I'm talking about in particular is negative belief systems. If you're feeling things like sadness, anger, jealousy, separation, isolation, hate, irritation, annoyance, I could go on. All the emotions that you don't prefer to feel are not just there because you're like a bad person or because everything just sucks. These aren't the reasons these emotions appear to us. These emotions appear to us to point us in the direction of misaligned belief systems that we contain. It's impossible to have an emotional reaction to something without believing something to be true. So, in order for me to get angry at something, at a person, for example, I have to believe something negative about that person and about the situation and about my relationship to both of them. If I believe something positive about the situation and about those things, I have no choice but to experience positive emotions. Now, with this video, I'm not suggesting that we attempt to feel positive emotions literally like all the time, although I think that is a possibility for mankind in the future, much further down the road, or maybe sooner, who knows. What I am saying is that we can experience prolonged periods of positivity with minimal emotional distresses if we investigate the negative emotions that are pointing towards the negative belief systems. Now, the idea about this is as soon as a person uncovers the belief system, as soon as they find the belief system is gone. Because you've stepped outside of the concept. You've stepped and walked away from it, and you now know it's there. Before, you didn't really know it was there. You were reacting. You were responding to whatever it was that was happening in your life. But once you see that the belief system's there, you've stepped out of the box of the belief system into a neutral zone. That situation doesn't have a definition to it, doesn't have an attachment, it just is. And from that neutral zone, you have the ability to plug in a new definition, a new belief about it, and redefine it in a positive way. And through doing so, you can have a dramatically different reaction, a dramatically different experience about something that looks like the same situation. It's almost as if you've become a completely different person. This is 100% real, and this is something people do every day. It's something I know I do every day. I try and do it as often as I can. Sometimes I'm actually lazy, and I know this technique's out there. I know this stuff works, but I won't do it for whatever reason. I'll wallow in the emotion. But as soon as I sit down and look at what the belief system is, it literally evaporates. The emotion literally goes away. It literally shifts because I'm shifting belief systems, and because I'm shifting from a negative belief to a positive belief, I'm having an entirely different experience. Literally instantaneously. I did it before I made this video. This whole day, I was feeling kind of strange, and I had a lot of negative beliefs about what it meant to spend the weekend just hanging out in my apartment and not really, going out much. I had a lot of negative beliefs about that were originally from high school, because I didn't really go out much in high school, and I didn't really like myself that much in high school. So we carry these beliefs that we've developed from the past into our present, and we don't know they're there because we've had them for so long. So it's a matter of just sitting down and asking these emotions, what belief systems, or like what things am I defining negatively? What am I buying into about something in life? Now, you can sit there and you can mentally ask it. That's one way to do it, but as many of us know, attempting to do something like that, like just asking it mentally in your mind, can be a bit of a tedious process. Some of us are better at it than others, but it tends to be a very mental process rather than an emotionally expressive one, and it keeps all that bottled into you. So what I've found to be extremely, extremely useful is to actually write something down. So I'm going to give you guys an example right now. Awesome. So, you have a pencil, a piece of paper. Now, I'm going to give you guys an example. Let's say I am feeling very angry. I'm just very pissed off. And, sometimes when something happens to us in life, we'll mask that we don't prefer. We'll mask the emotional response we have, and we'll pretend it's not there, and then we'll keep going about our business. And this is just in my case, everybody's very different. But for me, sometimes I'll do that. And give it like 12 hours or so, like I'm knee deep in that emotion I've been suppressing. And the original situation has happened so long ago that I no longer remember why I'm feeling this way. So, if that sounds like something you've experienced, this is what you can do. So to start off, you're feeling angry because something happened. Let's say the other day somebody backed into your car. Somebody just hit your car while you were just parked. And they got out, they were all apologetic. They were like, "Man, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to." And you were in the car and you didn't want to look like a jerk, but you were really, really angry when it happened. You didn't want to look like a jerk. And you're like, "You know what? No big deal. Just go. I'm running late. Get out of here. It's okay. Forget about it." And you let them go. And you're kind of like, "Okay, wow, that was that was okay, whatever." But you're actually pretty pissed about it. And you have all this stuff to do, so time goes on. You forget really that was the situation that originally made you mad. Or it's not that you forgot it, but you've put it so far away that your mental focus is no longer there. You're dealing with whatever you're dealing with currently. So some time goes on, and now you are inevitably faced with knee-deep in that anger you pushed away. So the first thing to do is to ask the emotion, what are you defining negatively? So I'm really pissed, I'm really angry. 2 days have gone by since that person hit my car. So I'm sitting there, feeling the anger, and I ask the anger, well, what am I defining negatively? The answer I get, somebody hit my car. All right, somebody hit my car. That's our subject. So, as you can see, it might be a little hard to read. I have it underlined right there. Somebody hit my car. Now, what we do here, because we're human beings, we're very creative, we assign all kinds of colorful and different beliefs and definitions about certain things. So, in as many ways as you can, just write down every adjective, every definition, every idea you have about this happening. Somebody hit my car. That sucks. That person sucks. That person can't drive. That makes me mad. That makes me upset. That makes me worried. You know, maybe you're worried about money or something. That makes me worried. And sometimes you can have adjectives that you really aren't sure why they're there, but for whatever reason, they happen to be there. So you may have an adjective like that's annoying, that's stupid, that is a waste of time, it's a waste of money, it's a waste of resources, means I have to get my car fixed, yada yada yada. Just keep writing it. Literally let it all come out. And what's going to happen is you're going to write down as many emotions as possible, not as emotions, as many definitions and beliefs and ideas about that subject as possible until you just stop writing, because you've realized you've gotten every definition, every idea, every adjective, every belief about that out on paper. And that's the neutral zone I'm talking about. That's where like literally like you've stepped totally out of the concept. You are in a clear space right now. And when you're in this clear space, you're empowered. And you have the ability to right now, in this situation, redefine it however you want to. However you want to. Not how you feel other people need to define it. Not how you feel society tells you should define it, or your parents or someone you know. You can do it. You can literally take control and shape your perception of reality. This is like a super critical, powerful thing you're able to do. Now, for something like this, my own definitions, when I redefine something, I prefer to keep it as simple as possible. Somebody hit my car. There's something positive for me to find in this. I just don't know what it is yet. That's it. Another one I like to add in, something that flows with my excitement. Because for me, I do my best to absolutely follow like my passion and my excitement every moment I can. And if I look at something as interrupting that flow, then that flow has officially been interrupted because I said it did. So if I say it flows with my excitement, clearly my excitement's still going on and it's still flowing. And this situation is absolutely not a mistake, but a part of it. And whatever sort of positive benefit I'm going to see from it, I will eventually see from it. I just can't see it right now. That's my own definition, my own belief into this, in terms of how I like to redefine things. So I leave it up to you now to redefine your own life, your own experiences, and literally shift your emotions from negative ones to positive ones. So remember, whenever you're feeling some type of way, sad, angry, fearful, hateful, resentful, annoyed, irritable, pissed off, angry, violent, suicidal, just ask the emotion, what are you defining negatively? Once you have the situation, write out all your definitions, all your adjectives, all your ideas, keep going until you can't write anything else about it. You've gotten it all out there. Redefine the situation. If you're still, after doing that, feeling a negative emotion. There's another subject you're defining negatively. It could be yourself, a situation, or your relationship to those things. So ask the emotion, what else, or what am I defining negatively? And keep the process going. You will notice the most profound changes in your perception, the most profound changes in your experience. I will guarantee this because this has become my everyday experience, and it's not a mistake. I'm not some exception to the human experience. I'm a person too, so it's not like I'm doing something that is impossible and you can't do. If I'm able to do it, everybody can do it. If one person can do something, everybody can do it. So with this being said, I hope you guys derive much use from this video. I find this technique to be the best thing in the world ever, probably, at least in my own life. I wish to share it with as many people as I can, and I love all of you guys. Enjoy the remainder of our Good Friday. Woo! And hey, at 8 o'clock in Eastern Time, we are going to be experiencing a lunar eclipse, as I was informed via the Facebook. So, enjoy this lunar eclipse. Maybe we'll be awake and we'll be able to see it. Maybe it'll be cloudy. Who knows what's going to happen? I have no clue. So, excitement, fun, relaxation, rest, enthusiasm. Enjoy, everybody, and sweet dreams.